Some breaking news to tell you about involving Columbia University graduate Mahmoud Khalil. A Louisiana immigration judge now ruling that he can be deported.
Khalil, a prominent pro-Palestinian activist, was in the country legally when he was taken into federal custody last month outside of his Columbia University apartment and ultimately transferred to a detention center in Louisiana.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration said that his activism was anti-Semitic.
That controversy has only grown. Here's Darla Miles.
A disappointing blow for Mahmoud Khalil, who spent the last 33 days in an ICE detention facility in Louisiana. Today, a federal immigration judge giving the green light to the DHS to move forward with deportation proceedings that could send the legal permanent resident to Syria or Algeria. Khalil telling the court, "This is exactly why the Trump administration has sent me to this court, 1,000 miles away from my family," criticizing the court's fairness and due process.
There has been, we don't know anything Mahmoud has personally said or done that is illegal and that merits detention.
International students at Columbia University, some also fearful of immigration enforcement, asking not to be identified and closely watching how the case plays itself out. This 33-year-old grad student, a friend of Khalil.
It's very concerning for a lot of international students, and specifically we from all across the world have looked up at U.S. institutions as bastions of freedom of speech.
Earlier this week, a federal judge threatening to drop the case, giving the government only 24 hours to provide evidence. Instead, Secretary of State Marco Rubio writing a memo saying the basis for this determination is the alien's past, current, or expected beliefs, statements, or associations that are otherwise unlawful, saying Khalil's presence or activities would compromise a compelling U.S. foreign policy interest.
The Secretary of State says, without analysis or evidence, that he deems Mahmoud a threat to national security. This is a sort of a tacky Soviet-style diktat that's like equal parts empty and chilling.
There are two federal cases going on at one time, the deportation case in Louisiana and the wrongful detention case in Newark. There have been protests against Khalil's arrest at the federal courthouse in Newark, where a judge has already ordered the government not to remove him from the country. His attorneys have until April 23rd to request a stay of deportation in the Louisiana case.
There has to be a process. There has to be a disciplinary process. They cannot be arrested. He's not, killing people, right? So it's a student and it's a political movement.
In Morningside Heights, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.